Hello everyone, welcome back to another RTS video tutorial. On this part, we will be adding a function for our gridless base building system. Now this function is applicable for raycast based building system and also integer based base building system. We will also add a UI in which we will choose which building we want to place. So first of all, I'm really sorry for not uploading much these past few months. Actually, it's almost a year now. The reason for that is because I've been studying in college now and I'm taking up entertainment and multimedia computing, major in game development. I'm also working as a freelance, which means I've been transferred to different departments many times now, and I have to learn new stuff in order to help out in those specific departments. So before going into the tutorial, I will just fix one bug that is present in our game. I'll just show you the bug. So as you can see, we can place buildings, right? And also you can add building on top of it, which is not really ideal and it's not what we want in our game. So in order to fix this, you just need to add one more layer. So let's add a layer. I'll just name this as buildings, but you can name it anything you want. I'll just name it as building for easy identification. Now go to your main camera, find your gridless or any building system, check your mask and make sure that the buildings layer is unchecked. Now here's the tedious part. If you have a lot of buildings that you want to place, you have to open them all up and set their layer into a building. This way, the raycast will ignore them since we have a mask. Let's open up our cube and let's set this as building. Now let's save this up and let's try it. As you can see, I can place a building and now I can't place on top of it. And that's what we really want since nobody would stack barracks on each other, right? So that's our easy fix. Now let's go to our main tutorial. So for this new function, we want to add a selection in which we want to choose what building we want to place. So for that, we will need a UI. I've already created a UI and here it is. It's just a simple UI, it's not really fancy. And also I've placed two buttons, barracks and a box. Now it doesn't have any functions yet, so let's go to our gridless base building system. Again, you can use any base building system you want. I'm just focusing more on gridless base building system since this is what I will be using to at least recreate the thing or the game feel that I want to recreate, i.e. Generals or Zero R, some other games, which is just pure RTS. So in here, we just want to add a new library to it. I'm just gonna add using Unity Engine event systems. Now the reason for this is because since we have a UI, we want our raycast to ignore it in order to prevent other errors and stuff. So let's go back to our script and find the other stuff. So first of all, you need to find the object to place and change this into an array. You will also need to add a public integer and I'm just gonna name it as obj to place index, in which this will be the one who will handle what index of the object to place we will be used to place in our game. So the next one is to find the instantiate function. Since we cannot instantiate an array, we'll just simply add an index to it. So the value for this would be the value of the obj to place index. And once that's done, let's create the public method. Now you will need to add public method for each of your buildings that you want to add. I know this is tedious. There are many ways to create this kind of function, but for me this is the easiest and this is the beginner friendly in which you can practice more on coding. So let's just add public void set barracks and another one as public void set box. So for the set barracks method, we're just gonna change the obj to place index and set it to 0. Now for the set box, obj to place index equals 1. This is hard-coded and it's really permanent if you want to add more objects to place, but again, there are other approaches in making this kind of selection, but for me, I'll stay on. Now once that's done, we want to create the function in which we will check if we are hitting a UI instead of object or a 3D object. So for that, we're just gonna add if event system current that is pointer over game object. Now once we hit a UI, we'll just return since there's not much to do about it. Now save that up and let's go back to Unity. Now here in Unity, let's go open up our main camera, scroll down to our gridless base building system, and as you can see, our obj to place has been converted into an array. So let's just change this into 2. Let's set the barracks as the first index and the cube as the second index. Alright, now for our buttons, let's select them both. Click this plus icon, drag the main camera, and just select the set barracks. For the box button, let's just select the set box function. Now let's try it out. Now as you can see, we can freely move our cursor on the field, but once we hover over the UI, it's not moving anymore since we're returning it instead of changing the position and gathering the position of our OBJ. So let's try this out. I'm placing a barracks. Whoops, my mouse double clicked again. There you have it. I can place a barracks anywhere I want. And once I select the box, I can place boxes. I see I have an error here. Now this error right here is showing because our reference object doesn't have the structure script. So to fix this, let's open up the cube, and on our project panel, let's find the structure and just drag it here. Now as you can see, it's asking for our OK material, our fail material, and our default material. I'll just create it. Okay, now that I've added the structure script, let's try this out again. Okay, now I can place my barracks. Let's try our box. Yep, it's turning green, and there you go. Now the reason why it's not failing or anything is because it doesn't have any collider. You can just simply add a box to it, but yeah, I'll just end this with no colliders for now. And you can also switch back to barracks if you want. There you go. Now thank you for watching this part of my RTS tutorial video. The next video will be about spawning our troops and selecting them in order for them to move or, I don't know, attack somebody and stuff. But for now, I'll just end this vid here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope you learned new stuff for RTS building, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.